Hi, welcome to Maya Fresh Out of the Box. You can tell it's fresh because if I go to Workspace Editors, I can't even reset it. So if you ever need to reset it, just hit Reset Maya under Windows Workspaces, Reset Maya Classic Factory Default. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And first things first is we want to get rid of anything that doesn't need to be here. So, oh, hello, that's full screened it. Let's get rid of all that. Fantastic. So, right now, we've got maximum amount of real estate. We've got layer editors and attribute editors on the side, and we'll get to them in a bit. So, I'm just going to put this on, and you can follow the keys and shortcuts that I'm going to be using. Just going to get rid of these for the moment. Sorry, this is not fresh out of the box, and I'm just going to get back to that in a sec. So if you use something, tool from here a lot, and you want it in your bar here, what I hit is Shift and Control, and then that will add it to my bar. Center pivot, and the other one that I really use all the time, where are we? Show all, and this will just make your life a lot easier. So again, it's just to streamline your process, make life as easy as pie. We're just going to start off with, also worth noting, settings, preferences, settings, we're in centimeters, and Z-axis is up for ZBrush. So that's all you need to change there if that's not accordingly. So we know that each part of the grid is 1 centimeter. So here we go. That's a 1 centimeter cube. And if you're not getting this, I've just put shading wireframe on shaded. So that sometimes makes your life a little bit easier. Some quick navigational work. So I'm hitting Alt and I've got the left mouse click here. So that's rotate. Right is zoom, and center is pan. So just so you know, Alt, left click, middle click, and right click. You can also hit F. Oh, it did not come up on my screen there, which is a bit of a pain. So F will focus in on that point. Interesting. So on-screen keyboard not really responding how I wanted. It's unfortunate. Right, we've got the modeling editor. We'll get to that in a moment, but let's just get back to basics. So if I want to move this cube, I hit W. If I want to rotate it, it's E. And if I want to scale it, it is R. So W is move, or translate, I believe is the technical term. And if I grab this yellow handle here, it's just going to go on the x-axis. If I use the blue, it's going to go on the z-axis, up and down. And if I use the y, it's going to go, sorry, if you use the other one, it's going to hit the y. So you can see the axis here, so I can tell you where it is in space. It's a little bit difficult sometimes doing it if you use the center pivot, because you don't really know where it's going. I can show you this by hitting spacebar once, and we can see all of the viewports here. So that's the top, the front, the side. And if you see that, it's just going around in space. It's really hard to figure out where it is. So if I do that, now a little trick here is to hit X, and that will snap to grid. So if I've got a grid point that I want to snap to, that works out well there. But we'll just look at some of the other commands. So rotate, again, it's constrained in an axis. A really good thing to do is to look at the channel box editor here. So if you get something like that and it's like, oh, it's kind of all right, best just to hit that to 90 there. Yeah, that's, 180, 90, is it 270? Yeah, they're the sorts of, if you want to keep them square, which is always nice and good. You can scale. In this case, I'd hit the center modifier because that's generally the best. Or you can grab all of those and you can scale that to 10. So that's at 10 centimeters height, width, and length. If I choose to make just a long, narrow column there, it's just going to be 1, 1, and 10. So yeah, you can modify height in whichever way you wish. As a general rule, it's best practice just to try and do it at regular intervals and regular rotations as well. However, sometimes you can get carried away. So that's just the basics, and we'll get on to a more in-depth analysis in the next video.